We both part of the fourth generation of the Vomudi family. We are basically from Chennai before the Madras presidency. What you see over here is the Sengol. Sengol is a typical to symbolize the transfer of power. This is something very typical of South India, and this symbolizes the transfer of power. So the original design was given by the Tiruvadurai Adinam to my great-grandfather and my grandfather to be manufactured and given to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. As you see, it is a very intricate piece of gold. This is the replica of this. The only thing that is missing in this is the Tamil words of why this was made and when it was made and what it signifies.
This Sengol was made by the second generation. It was made in August 1947, and it was the top of the Sengol has got a Nandi. Nandi depicts the Shiva, Shaivite, all the background that they come from. The Chola dynasty is supposed to be the one which is where they use this as a symbol of transfer of power from one king to the other king. So when Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru consulted Rajaji about how to symbolize the transfer of power, because Mountbatten had asked him that as a symbol of transition of power from England to India, what do you all normally, how is it done in India? So when he was informed that about this, he didn't have an immediate answer. So he asked Rajaji to give him a suitable symbol for transition of power. So when Rajaji himself consulted a lot of books and he went back in history, and then he found out that this is the Sengol, when it is handed over to the new leader, it symbolizes transfer of power to the new leader. And it is done through the priest. In that time, the high priest would bless the Sengol and then bless the king to do rule over the people and the land by giving the Sengol to him. So this was done, like Amar said, Mountbatten was handed this, and then he got it back. They did the blessing, they prayed, and then they gave it to Jawaharlal Nehru, which signified that he is going to be the new ruler of India. So this is how the Sengol, it represents the transfer of power, and the whole Sengol is actually made in two parts. It is a top part and a bottom part, which can be transported easily. It is detached. Even while making also, it's a lot easier to do it as two parts. So that is why it is traditionally done like that. So we have followed the same, and not me, my grandfather followed the same method. And it's intricately carved. It has a Lakshmi Devi carving on it, which means the wealth, the prosperity should be transferred and continue to be held by the people who are in leadership, and to bring more prosperity to the people being ruled by them. So the rest, there is some wordings which are there on the original one. It's in Tamil. It translates to that whatever the we believe in astrology. So whatever planetary positions are there, okay, those words there help to signify, to remove all of that. It will destroy all of those negative influences of planetary positions. So that is what is written on the Sengol in Tamil. Yes, the Nandi is for Shiva is a god that we respect, and the way to get to Shiva is through Nandi. So Nandi is giving us power. When the leader is holding a staff with a Nandi on it, he is able to communicate to God through Nandi. So that is the basic. Even now also, if you go to temples, you will find people whispering in Nandi's ears and then going to meet Shiva. So it's like that.
Was there any messages from your grandfathers or your parents from you to take this legacy forward?
See, it is Amar by chance he came to know about this through an interview that appeared in a magazine, and his relative told him about it, and then he himself. In fact, see what VBJ and Ummadi, the family itself, we are very what do I say? Very down to earth. We don't publicize ourselves too much, and this was actually lost in history. We didn't know about it. Then Amar researched about it, and then he came to find out he in fact thought this could be an article which is having not much of truth. So then when he found out that this is a true thing, and then he went deeper and he found where exactly the Sengol was kept, and that was really something like this happened. And then he came to know, he spoke to family members, and they were able to recollect something. And then my uncle, who is 96 years old, he was able to slowly recollect, because it's, so many years have gone by, right? It's almost 70 years, more than 70 years since the independence we've got. So, 75 years ago. So, he was able to recollect, and then he shared his information to all of us, and then we were completely thrilled. We as a family are absolutely proud to be part of this freedom movement. And
again, this is going to be taken for another
yes, it is going to be, and words cannot match what we feel. We are just humbled by all of this, and I feel that it's not just jewelers alone. It is the whole of South India being part of the whole freedom movement, and